Nelson Ekujimi. Nelson is a proud Ondo boy.
From Ilaje?
Lagos boy.
From Ilaje?
He came from Ilaje years ago, but Lagos don't polish him.
I was born and brought up in Lagos.
Born and brought up?
By Ilaje parents, yes. I'm a Lagos boy.
Why you not say born, bread and butter in Lagos?
That's the same thing. Now, Murphy was born and brought up in Lagos by Delta parents.
Yes.
But when it comes to state of origin, is from Delta.
It's from Delta.
But when it comes to Murphy,
and Nelson, state of origin is
Lagos, yes.
All right, Ziggy,
I hear you.
another Palomate.
Yes,
Is,
Good afternoon, Palomate. Good afternoon, Nigeria.
Another Enugu proud boy.
Is Enugu
Proud boy.
born, but
Another Enugu born Igala boy.
please hold on. Enugu born, Lagos bred. Welcome.
Born, raised, buttered in Enugu. Now,
What did Lagos do to you?
I came to Lagos to hustle now. That the hustle here.
So Enugu, you know if you hustle there.
you know, there's difference between Enugu and Enugu.
I'm not from Enugu.
So that you get the gist. You are in Lagos.
Yes.
From Enugu.
Yes.
So the same way Enugu is not in Enugu.
In Enugu.
You can be in Lagos, but Lagos is not in you.
Yes.
All right. So those of them where they draw new map, make una know.
Liberals too they draw blood. I don't know why.
You know draw blood.
You know that because of the areas when I stay, like now, you are born and bred in Enugu. Like me, they don't born me and bred me for one place.
Yeah.
So
Not different places.
You know when your parents be civil servants those days.
Liberals, there's a danger there. They say a Pekin where community raise hunger now.
Hunger go finish am.
Now hunger go finish am. They say if you no chop for Murphy house, you go chop for Nelson
but
place.
fortunately, not be true for our own case. Those of us where community raise, we dey eat everywhere. the good thing we say, when community they raise you, anywhere you first see food, you first eat.
Abi?
Before you think whether food go there another place, you eat that one first. That's why most times, that's why we dey add weight, because you eat everywhere. So.
Okay. We also have Comrade Murphy Abadoni here.
Abandon me.
No. Abadoni.
Abandon me.
Yes,
Please.
raised
No.
In a do.
Abadoni. You want make a spell am?
Yeah, no. You know the tongue
Unless you refuse
place.
The first three letters.
N-E-N-T.
The first three letters na Aba. Just add Oni.
No, who done this? Who done this?
The tongue reside in a wet place.
So they sleep.
Yes. You know, like somebody said, you are Alaji Bai Thomas' son, and the man that owns Tezaco. He first said, no, not Teza. So what's the difference?
All right, folks. So,
Yes.
my trouble when we day Nelson, when we day young, we say the boy say him be Isobo, the other one say he be Urobo. So what's the difference? The difference, na same difference.
Yes,
That's same difference. Same difference.
One is the Lagos pronunciation, the other one is the Warri pronunciation.
Yes.
That's the difference.
All right, folks. So the flat parliaments are here. So welcome one more time.
Just be like the boy when say Tiebon. They say for Lagos, they know the Tiebon.
Tear ball no mean kick ball to me.
Okay.
So the Murphy they answer and say no. Then they pass ball to person who know person.
Well, okay, good.
They know they pass ball to anybody. No, tear ball no. Tear ball. That is kick ball for me.
Okay.
So they say the boy just left Lagos, got back home. Say Lagos now, wow. They know they kick ball for anybody.
Imagine.
Be like Igbo man when enter Lagos, come here, the Ojota they hear, you know, different names. Musho Losha.
Eja.
Because Oyinbo is okay, yes, Igbo people will say.
Say that they will go.
No. What of the group where go meet government? They say you don't give Aba people this thing. Alaba. Make you give us a place.
Alawore.
Okay, now where Alaba come in?
Yeah, Alaba.
So they don't give it out to Alaba people.
Ziggy, the real thing is Alaba. Alaba. And that's what Aba mean.
Now Lagos.
Aba that like
Environment.
an environment.
Yeah. Alaba, that like where government for Lagos State Day. No be Alausa. It is
Okay.
Alausa.
Alausa.
What's the meaning of area of Usa?
No. Usana a fruit. So the people who did that environment were
Before now.
Mm.
they grew that Usa,
Okay. So now they call the area Alausa. That area where it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Interesting.
Okay, like that means in all area of Lagos you can be bearing
Allah something. Allah really.
brings to mind one song where bless our soul Onyeka Onwenu played Odenigbo. Onye Bodenigbo, Olindo Onye
We
Bodenigbo.
played that a lot here in this studio.
Nigeria Bodenigbo.
Now these days them
Ziggy.
Ziggy they use that to they drink beer. Say na first way buy champagne.
Odenigbo means a lot. Good person, great person, big man.
Onye Bodenigbo, Yoruba, Ijo, Edo.
Yes.
Thief Bodenigbo.
Who they reign everywhere. Odenigbo. Who they reign everywhere.
Yeah.
The 180
Good. 180 Laura. Whose name is heard every nook and crannies. Anywhere you go,
But
you hear about the person.
I hear say they give you title. Onye here Nagaran Koma one.
No, I'm Onyibo one.
That name I go add to my name now.
Abi?
Odenigbo Liboros Oshoma.
If you answer Odenigbo in Lagos and you get to the east, they don't know your name. You know be real Odenigbo.
No, now
Odenigbo be someone.
No, before they tell you that they be Odenigbo. So you don't know say for the whole Igbo land that be already head in my one of the whole Igbo land
Ori Hedima one.
of Wanile
Imagine.
Ori Hedima one. General. Oh, okay.
So of Wanile.
We go confirm that.
All
when we
right,
go to Ibola.
gentlemen, the first of the two issues we want broach for the parlor is the projected 10-day protest, which kick-started on Thursday. Today is day number 4. It would seem we are having a mixed bag, like a coat of many colors. Hot in some places, Lagos quiet, my state Akwa Ibom quiet, but Cross River not quiet.
Rivers quiet.
Rivers quiet.
Delta quiet.
Bayelsa
Relatively
quiet.
but it erupted there yesterday.
But
Because they
Delta, we are saying
Relatively
Delta not
quiet.
quiet.
So
Yes.
not quiet
Edo,
Benin area, right?
Benin area, Yeah.
or relatively.
Relatively quiet.
you know.
Quiet.
I think at this point we've seen how government had reacted to it, and I think that was the initial reason why why they want government to come in to hear people. One will not totally blame those who embark on that because it is the welfare of everyone that every nook and crannies of the country is touched by way of governance. Okay, the fear earlier was that it will be hijacked. And thank God.
Ziggy, for saying that, let me draw attention to Venezuela just had their presidential election.
Oh, yeah.
2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
The result, we first come, say Maduro don't win. And protest erupted
yeah.
throughout the country.
That's right.
Now, America is saying, it be like saying now the opposition politician, Gonzalez,
Nine instigate them.
So what I mean is the uniformity to rouse America into doing what taking sides means say yes, it is the right of a people to vent
To protect,
vent
to vent
their emotions
Yeah, exactly.
if they are not feeling
normal
taken
with
care
the
of.
situation of things.
Yeah. But that in Nigeria, Kano could have recorded the type of violent protest was not pleasing to the mind. Ziggy, gentlemen, Yobe, Borno, and Kano declared curfew because of the extent of damage to government property.
There was takeaways I had in this. If you look at the last issues we had, last NSAS protest we had, it wasn't those areas mentioned now were very quiet. In fact, they did not participate, and look at the way it went now. Now, the West that participated fully during this NSAS time.
There is no West anymore. We have Southwest.
Southwest and few other places where NSAS actually happened were actually not the way the 19 states of the North had taken over. So, what is the lesson I got here? We are not thinking same way. The issue is that the leaders, those who tend to have the lead of the people.
Yet Ziggy, the hunger we catch people for Yobe, Kano, and Borno.
Is still catching people here.
And the still same hunger catch people.
That's why I say the thoughts of the people, the reasoning of the people, our pattern of reasoning.
A man where they hungry, no go violent.
Because he will be weak.
Uh-huh.
He will be weak. Okay, and that was one of the things I said here, that reasons certain individuals took up this wasn't because actually they were hungry. I believe that something else actually must have stimulated them or must have given rise to their agitation, which they only know the reason. But like the president has come up today, it was like, if you go through what he said today, he didn't add new things. It was some of the policies on ground that is still repeated.
We'll break that later on. But just a minute. But before October 2020, Murphy, you remember we had 1993 when the election which was considered by many to be the first free in our country, was annulled, and no cogent reason was given, and we lost our cool. But before then, in 1989, Liberals, you remember SAP came.
The SAP riots.
Before SAP, Benin caught fire.
Yes.
Uniben, if you remember. Yeah. So, what happened? What is...
Citizen, unlike Ziggy, who is comparing this protest to the 2020 NSAS, I want to inform all of us that they are not the same. Because
the circumstances?
The 2020 protest was about police brutality. And just hold on now, Ziggy. If you are complaining of police brutality here in the southern parts of the country, maybe southwest and southeast, and the people of the North say they don't experience police brutality, should they just join you? Everybody go carrying cross now, Abi. So, but this time around, some persons came out and said we just started hearing rumor about a planned protest. And because we are products of protest, and we asked, you can't do protest. Yes, as a veteran protester.
He's a veteran Aluta man.
Yes.
One of the things we said, and we made it very clear, that the right to protest is a fundamental right. Nobody should deny anybody. And I said, for the most, in quote, the silliest reason that you can think a man is protesting, that's his own problem. It doesn't concern you. So long as it's not violating or threatening your own rights. He can decide to stay in front of his house and be protesting. He can go to the National Assembly and stay there and be protesting. It's within, yes, it's his right.
Yeah, gentlemen, Nelson, I'm sure you remember that the late Dr. Tai Sholari, as a statement, one-man protest. He took a bottle of a so-called illicit gin to a police station at Ibadan and told them, officers, this is illicit gin, arrest me, and so on, and tell me why it is illicit. Do you know the people say, doctor, go back home, and the thing fizzled out, laborious. Today, ogogoro is no longer illicit.
It's now Guscorin.
Has it been legalized?
It is not illegalized now.
It's not legalized.
No, don't you drink ogogoro?
Is it illegal?
Yeah,
Is ogogoro
yeah,
illegal?
the quantity.
You never.
No.
Wait. Beer.
Natives
Beer.
were
Yeah.
not even allowed to produce ogogoro.
Oh, yes.
Because they said it was illicit drink.
And because
Native police
it was challenging the Gordon's dry gin,
Yes.
we be Oyibo bring.
own. Yeah,
Today
that goes to
you have
mean
seaman aromatic
that
schnapps.
goes to
Oh yes.
Oga.
Where they close to home.
But that goes to mean that maybe you don't trust our own.
No, you are missing the
But
point.
now today start.
You're
You
missing
know
the
you
point.
know
Maybe
be
the
here.
two of the discussions.
Hold on. When
veteran.
Levorous. When Abba was
You are on
Abba.
the floor now.
When Abba was Abba, then go make Nelson, then go make shoe for Abba, then go stamp made in
Labella.
Italy,
Made in Italy.
and so on.
We not
So
trust our own.
now where it start
We
from?
not ourselves.
Yeah.
Trust. They say trust
So
will be
you-
saying. They say trust will be saying,
you
sir.
fit buy Abba shoe.
Yes, sir.
Why?
If I trust it,
Enugu.
if I trust you, I can buy your shoe.
Enugu.
No matter name you give it.
Labour, just a minute.
No matter the
Citizen
name you
Jones,
give it.
the sandals I wear are my street made. I'm not even buying it from the usual.
That boy, close to you.
And you are
Yes,
proud of- and you are proud of it.
Yes, I don't go to Lagos Island.
Nazia, you are
I don't want
proud
to
of it.
mention the name. You know where we buy shoes there.
So
So it's a trust.
So also buttress the issue of protest. I believe truly, like everyone here has said, or those that have spoken, that protest is a right for everybody. But one thing people do not also understand about protest is that there can never, no matter the hunger, when you say, oh, we are preparing for a Nigerian with so much diverse culture, orientation, language, religion,
Yes.
Ethnicity.
no matter the hunger, you can have 80% protesting against hunger. You'll still have 20% who will protest against other things. Just the way a man, you're protesting against government, your neighbor might be protesting against you because you are driving SUV.
Yes.
To him, you are part of the government.
Yes, you
Yeah.
are part of the problem.
In the same vein, I also don't want us to lose sight of the fact that a politician has a right to also instigate protests. Because a lot of people say, oh, this protest is politically instigated. If you are not doing well, a politician who wants to grab power from you can latch in on your not doing well to say, we no go agree. Other politicians have done it before. It's a way of also keeping government on the toe to say, okay, we don't want our opponent to take opportunity of these excuses, these lapses. But in also planning protest, you also take into cognizance the level of education that of the people that are going to engage.
Oh yeah.
The level of your policing. Are we trained? Our police is kick and follow. Our police are not trained to manage crises like protests. That's why we don't even have equipment for it. And so I give kudos to the police that were very professional.
They are doing well,
But we
isn't
also
it?
saw some who were very brute and brutal. So all those ones, that is where they understand it. If I give you police recruitment form today, you tell me God forbid. Because it is not attractive to the rest of us.
And
So-
by extension, if it allow your Pekin join police.
No, not be here. Not be here. Not be
Did you hear that,
And
Ziggy?
so that's why I
That's what he
salute
said.
those
Yeah,
that
they-
are joining the police. And not be here, truly. I salute those that are joining. Because I won't even encourage my child to join the Nigerian police. I know what they go through. So, but I also,
That in sympathy.
That is very unfortunate.
seriously,
Ordinarily, we should be happy
To-
that our children or any of our families in the police. It should
I
be something
applied
of
to
pride.
join police in London. They told me, no, we'll take you in the army. The army will be better. Go and join the army.
Okay, your muscle,
No, that's for
a big pass police
civil
on.
force that they will need to understand where I'm coming from, my background, my orientation, and the form they gave me was as high as this.
Yeah.
But for army, send me go custody and go fight.
Liberals, we have had very gentlemanly policemen and women, officers and men.
That is what I'm saying. I salute those men who are joining Nigerian police.
But do we remember that the Nigeria police once had a thriving sports arm? So many of our sportsmen of the past.
That's true.
Tomorrow.
Yeah. No.
Police,
we have had
when they leave the shores of Nigeria,
They perform better.
they win laurels because
I am talking
there
about.
you have the right
I'm talking about.
equipment.
Let me mention names. Samuel Igu was there. He was a great champion high jumper.
Former Ajunwa.
David Ejoke. That
Jones.
Ajunwa is
Ajunwa.
just yesterday.
We understand all these things. What I am saying is, given the scenario and the circumstance we find ourselves, a lot of people in Nigeria do different things for various reasons. And that's why, for me, this protest, I am not blaming only the president for not addressing the country early or for what is happening. I blame the entire structure of government, from local government
The
to
system.
top. Because if our local government were functional, you won't have a unanimous protest about hunger. Because, just like Nessie had said, the man in Kano can say, I don't face police brutality here, so why would I want to join? The man in Meduguri can say, well, our police here are friendly. Why you over there can be battling? So, why the man in Meduguri say, we have farms, we have enough goods. You in Lagos can be protesting.
I want to extract what you said earlier on about policies, police, and the governor of Borno State. If many governors achieved what the man is achieving, humbly in his Borno State, Nelson.
Under 5 years.
But then we'll now have to talk about.
But you talk about the emergence of suicide bombers in Borno. That is where Libera's earlier statement about politicians fueling some of these things. Because mine is, why would somebody come against a government like the Professor Zulum?
Professor Zulum,
you have no reason to do so.
Wait, no.
I have no reason to what?
Why not?
Let me tell you. We need to also look at our revenue generation formula. The federal government takes 50-something%. And then also when we talk about this Borno, and then you're looking at only Meduguri, you're also not looking at the hunger in the entire Borno. Mind you, is a very big space. And so, certain persons are in some places that can't even go to farm. And when we need to put all of this in the mix so that we don't just run with the idea of thinking that the way Lagos is.
Yes.
Benin, for example, Benin can be boiling, one hour will be very calm.
Yeah, Liberals, while, yes, that same hunger, do you know, much of the fish where we did, dry smoked fish where we did eat for South, came from the Chad Basin, Borno environment. So insecurity has become heightened, and so it don't affect fishing in that environment. So we owe one another. Like Nelson, have you ever gone through Benue, the stretch?
Yes, I have.
I from Plateau into Benue.
They are my in-laws, so I know that very well.
You realize that the fruits,
Mango,
you see
mango.
You
as big as Nelson's head.
You see.
Why didn't you mention your own head?
Because I'm looking at you.
He's not seeing his own head now.
Please take a mirror to look at your head.
That will be later.
You don't get mirror for house. So, but the wastage where you go see.
You know why?
You understand what I mean? The wastage
without processing is poverty.
Of course now.
So
you can't have Peter and Paul mango as big as they are, and Daoud Ogbe does not have a processing factory to
for
juice
it.
And and the state government is the former governor is running 100 meters in the bush without creating an industry. Apeaku, the former governor of Benue State, as far back as 1979, Second Republic, built glass factory, bricks making, breweries
from the same
hotels,
state.
From the same state.
Oh.
But
Samuel
Otom came and bought over everything. He wanted to become the only rich man in the state.
I was whipping all for 8 years. The man was just busy running up and down, complaining.
And
the defender of the Benue Valley.
Yes.
Olympics day now, he no go represent the country.
So these are the crises that's why I said we need to also look at our revenue generation and sharing formula, so that the people really can take hold of their government at the grassroots level and hold them accountable.
All right, take your time from us.
Local government, president is the local government chairman.
Yes.
3:30, that's the time from here, and this is the voice of the people, VOP FM 90.3, and the show is the Radio Parlor Show, aka Studio 903. The parlor mates are here. What we do is simple. Take national issues to the floor of the parlor and deal with it as a parlor would. Intellectually.
Not the beer parlor one.
Yeah. So if you feel up to raising your voice here, becoming a part of it, the number is familiar to you, 0700 903 903 903. Looks like I have a first respondent. Please call us now. Let's sound you out. Don't forget what we are discussing. The protest that was planned to kick off on Thursday, that's the 1st, and end on the 10th of August, which is a Saturday. Am I right? All right. So a call is there. Good afternoon. How are you?
Good afternoon, Citizen James.
Yeah.
I'm the parliament. I greet you all, sir.
Yes, sir.
My name is Peter Usifo. I'm calling from Abuja in Ekosu.
Peter Sifo. It be like say you be landlord for that environment.
God will do it one day, sir.
God or you? All right, so take your 60 seconds beginning now.
All right, sir. Actually, for the protest, in my own opinion, I did not support it at all. I never supported the protest.
Now you know
why I said
now only you know why.
Yes, what I said is that the protest to me is purely political. And then foreign, internationally, it has international dimension as it were. So that's the reason. I see it as a protest of those people who are just sitting up the politics just because they lost election. That's my own personal opinion. I see it as the Great Ikawa Syndrome protest. So, but thank God, so far, so good. It's unfortunate that that we have some casualties in the north. And this was what we predicted. That the thing will start from because of the centrifugal forces, those people who did not like the government as a and it has just happened. Even in the south here, I'm sure that those sponsors must have been...
60 seconds up. Thank you, Sifo. The line is open, 0700 903 903 903. That's Osifo's intervention. He said he was not disposed to the thing from day one. Hello, good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon, sir.
Do us a favor, remove your radio. I know you want to hear yourself on the air. It is not possible. Please. Yeah, or the name where you're calling from. Okay. The man was only joking.
Are you Denibo?
This is serious business. If you have no business with calling, leave the line alone. Good afternoon, sir.
Hello.
Yeah, welcome.
Mr. Citizens.
I greet you, sir.
I greet you, sir. I greet your guests in the studio.
We greet you too.
Yeah, calling from Abuja. Now, it's to me, I'm so happy that this protest is holding. I don't want the protest to be violent, but I want it to continue. Because this is not a matter of politics any longer. To me, I feel the politicians, especially those at the federal level, they are disconnected from the people. In a country,
including your senators and reps.
Exactly, yes. All of them in totality, all of them. They are disconnected. They don't know. In fact, they don't. Mr. Jones, citizens.
Yeah.
Do you remember the story in the Bible between the rich man and Lazarus? Some theologians interpreted that so that the rich man is not that he did not know that Lazarus was on his feet, but because he was so full of enjoyment that he was lost in himself, that he forgot that there was somebody under his feet feeding on the scrub and the scrub that was dropping from his table.
Sorry, Novek. So what part of the country are you from?
Hello, Mr. Citizens.
I asked
Hello?
specifically, what part of the country are you from?
I mean, okay, I'm from Edo State.
All right. Do you remember the Christ said, then go collect from those we no get and add to those we get?
Yes, I remember that.
Do you know that Edo State used to supply the world with plywood and rubber? Have you forgotten?
No, I'm not old enough to remember all those. I'm a young guy. I'm not old enough to remember that. But you are telling me, I believe.
We used to. I'm telling you, Omoy, we used to.
You see, even Luboros himself, I'm sure he's also from Edo State.
Yes, I remember all these things.
Also, Mr. Ido, hear this. Nigeria, specifically my part of the country, Akwa Ibom, Cross River, used to produce palm oil for the whole world.
You, Mr. Citizens, you are just mentioning what we are supposed to be doing for us to flourish. That everybody will even forget about the minimum wage. If we are doing all these things in all the states, you see, they will be flourishing, progress,
and do you know, if we go back to producing and exporting, our naira go pick up. He no need miracle or getting anointing oil.
Instead of discussing about private jet for this,
now you they discuss them, no be me. Now you they discuss private jet.
I will come back. Let me listen to you more.
Thank you very much.
The man, they fear private jet.
We have another listener. Hello, good afternoon.
Yes, I'm around. And I greet all the fellow mates.
My name.
My name is Prince Y. Greeting all of you from Abuja.
They say you don't get land. I greet you. You say you get land there.
Prince, we are moving you to Bagada now very soon. So you cannot be Bagada.
If you move me, if I'm comfortable here, but if
Prince Wise, what is making you comfortable there?
Master Libo, you are welcome back.
Thank you.
You know, bring burger for us too.
Go on. 60 seconds.
I must go on. You see, for me, from day one, I support protest. Because what they say is a part of democracy. We must support it, but not for this time.
Yeah, YS, democracy is not about protests. Democracy is about meeting the yearnings of the people.
And I love it. But my grievances with those former presidential candidates that support the protest. Why can't they come down to Nigeria and lead the protest? If they lead the one of Kano, I don't think Kano will look the way it looks right now. Look at lots of TB fatherized to the extent. Look at the charge they want about to be commissions. About 152 laptops were taken away.
All right.
For me, if you want to protest, you have to lead the protest to guide those boys who's ready to.
YS, your 60 seconds are up. Thank you. We got your first time. Yeah. Gentlemen, so perhaps, as I said, told YS, a democracy is not about protests because protests are allowed. It's more about meeting the yearnings of the people. That's the essence of a democracy.
Through consistent engagement.
Okay.
Because people's yearnings change, can change at any time. So if the people who are governing and the people who are being governed have regular interactions, it goes a long way in deepening, because democracy is about disagreements. is about quarrel.
Yeah.
And debates, discussions, negotiations, you know. So, like we say, it's just like a marriage. We quarrel with our wives at home, they quarrel with us. But we still sleep. Even the Bible says we must not go to bed with that anger. We must resolve it. So, disagreement.
Preacher.
Disagreement or having issues with one another can occur.
It's part of the democracy.
It's part of life.
The protest itself, the protest is also part of the disagreements.
Absolutely.
Part of the ingredients, or I call it part of the ingredients of democracy as well.
In the local parlance, in my environment, they say when old women gather gods and things like that, the Yorubas call it Igba.
Okay.
When you gather Igba and stuff like that, calabash and you say then go they quarrel once a while when you touch this thing.
Yeah.
But when they quarrel is ended. Otherwise, one of them go bust.
Yeah.
Okay, let me take another listener. Good
Hello.
afternoon. Yeah, welcome.
Good afternoon, citizens and all the parliament. This will be calling from Ikeja.
Obi, I greet you.
I greet everybody.
Obi, take your 60
My problem with protest in Nigeria.
Go on, 60 seconds. We are counting.
My problem with protest in Nigeria is this issue of pro and anti. That is the cause of most of the problems we are having in Nigerian protests. Because for people to be sponsoring the pro and anti is a very big problem. If we left for protest, I don't think we have had problem in this country, sincerely speaking. If there's a way we can, stop this and the police to, if you support the government, work for your day, create a day for you to support the government. Allow the people that are against government to support on that particular day. And that is the problem we have. And for people that say that they want the sponsors of the protest to be in Nigeria, if Abiola was performing from us, he would have been allowed today to be the president of that. He who fights around our needs to fight around. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Well, I think people need to understand that, like Livo said here, the people think that the politicians and the occupiers of political offices are not citizens. They are citizens, and they have equal rights. So, and the same way those in the opposition has equal rights. If leading, organizing, or inciting,
protesters killed after disputed Venezuelan election. You remember I mentioned it.
It happens.
And thousands of protesters were arrested.
It happens world over. So like I was telling somebody a few days back, I said, look, don't sit down and think that there's any government anywhere in the world that will sponsor a protest against itself. It is the duty of the government to look for a way to avert any protest against its own. It is the responsibility of you who want to protest also to be smart enough to ensure that you are smart the government. But no government will vote. Somebody asked me that, but those in government today were protesters of yesterday. I say yes.
Murphy,
but
were the SAP riots preventable?
Yes, it was. It was preventable in sense.
Let me say this because Ben Nelson was talking about protests, where we are coming from. You remember the 2012 Occupy Nigeria protest? We were part of that protest, a bigger house. On Monday, when our remember, civil society declared a protest, Labour took over the negotiation. No member of the civil society was part of
that negotiation. Yes.
On Monday, we still insisted that we were going to come out to protest, despite the fact that they said no more protest. We were in Labour House. From Labour House, we had hands, we were marching. We got to Obanikoro. Obanikoro would met soldiers. They have blocked the road.
Labour House, Yaba.
Yeah, Labour House, Yaba. And they said we shouldn't cross, and that they have instructions not to allow us even get to Ojota to occupy Gadifa Emi Park. And so, after addressing us, some of the area boys that were still with us were still shouting, we must go. How many people? Soldiers go kill. Remember? Then, soldier man, one of the
you go kill us, Taya.
You go kill us. Young major
you go kill.
called Aturu, late Babidele Aturu then. and told him, look, some of these boys with you have guns, and that if anything happens now, they will fire. We fire. At the end of the story will be
people go die, especially those who know.
Yes.
Protesters or protesters.
I go take then gun go fight assault rifle.
And then maybe those area boys self, nothing will touch them because they know the nuke and cranny here.
Yes.
Whatever that means. Bullet no they know anybody.
No, Citizen Jones, it's not about they will cause the crisis, then they will
disappear.
They will disappear into the crowd. It is innocent. You know, they say no matter one tabanche that your eleche. It is those that don't know anything that just join the project that will be casualties.
All those,
and what he told you, let me confess to you today, a lot of boys or people who come into protest come with their own personal interests.
Of course, yes.
They don't believe in your protest, but they have an axe to grind somewhere.
It's an opportunity for them to operate.
Yes. They are to address everybody and say we should go back and re-strategize.
All right.
So we went back to Labour House. And so for me,
okay, you are telling a story.
In every situation, there are strategies for reassessing progress made, and but the difference between that one and now is that at least you will have a team to negotiate with.
God bless you.
I had expected, maybe when we get there, I will say it. I had expected the president, when you made your speech, you say, I hereby appoint XYZ.
No, liberals.
This is my opinion. Please don't take it away from me. This is mine.
You are not doing a luta here.
No. I hereby appoint SYZ as a member of the committee to look into this, to also negotiate would be, and then also give concession. These are the demands, not what you have done before that we already know.
New things.
That despite we still feel there is hunger, but that things based on this new reality, some of the concessions that you have made or that the government will make and are subject to further discussions and negotiations.
All right, let me take another call listener here. Good afternoon. I greet you, sir.
Ola from Surulere.
Yes, Ola.
Yes.
60
Number
seconds.
one,
Let's go.
I did not support this protest because we know from day one that it's going to result into this. So we don't.
When you say we know, me I don't know. I don't know what you know.
We that are patriotic to this country, we know that if you push people to the street when they are hungry, it will result to riot. So we know, and that's the reason why we campaign against the protest. That they should not go to the street to protest. Go to Twitter, go to social media and protest there. Then we have listening president that will listen to you. So you don't need to cause riot before you listen. That is the reason why we don't support the protest. And thanks, Mr. President, for addressing the nation and telling us what he has been doing and what we are still going to do to relieve us of this hunger. So this is the way to go. Anybody that goes back to protest should be arrested because they've caused problem already. They've allowed people to lose their life. They've destroyed people's property. So they should be arrested and tried the way they do it in UK. If you incite violence, you should be tried. So they incited protests which cause violence. They should be tried too. They should not allow them to run and collect asylum in UK and Canada. They should make sure they arrest all of them.
Thank you.
The one abroad, they should even deport them.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Citizen, in addition to what Liberals said, when we had the Ojota protest,
2012,
the 2012 protest, all the groups there coalesced under Save Nigeria.
Yeah.
And we had structures. We had identifiable leaders.
You have leaders who you can hold on to.
No, the protesters had a face.
We had
we
had a face. Then we had a structure. Some persons were in the security, the publicity, welfare. Unlike this protest, as well as the 2020 NSAS, where they say they don't have, even when the government acceded to the 5-to-5 demands and say, come, let us talk. They say we don't have leaders because we don't trust anybody. How can you want to make change and you don't trust anybody?
Nelson, do you even know what? information we had authoritatively was that why the president couldn't address the country before the real date given.
Are you president?
No. I say information we had
in 2020 or this
no,
one?
this one
Okay.
was that they were looking for leaders of this protest.
The IGP made a broadcast.
So
the
they
IGP had a
couldn't-
press briefing
they
2 days
couldn't
ago.
make.
He said till now
Yes.
they have refused
So,
to come out.
and because they is faceless,
How can you
you
talk to
can't
who you don't know?
interface with anyone.
Somebody, how can you talk to who you
Okay,
don't
so
know?
and they say because we had asked that the president address the nation.
Who
and
are these we?
we is Nigerians. Nigerians now.
The call for
They call
the president
for
to address.
Nigerians.
No,
I
because
was on the program.
when you say we,
I was on the look. I was on the program, and it was a phoning program, and people were saying the president should talk to Nigerians. But then, sometime after this program, some of these people call and say, okay, now they couldn't find faces who are leading this protest, and that's why the president couldn't speak. Now, even when the call became enlarged, the swelling voices of president coming to talk to Nigerians, still no face.
We don't know the
no
organizers.
face. He doesn't have face.
All the people in the protest,
Okay.
most of them are Mogbomuya.
And so many people are saying, even yesterday, Sowore said something.
Showore.
Sowore said something.
Because Sowore, they call him like saying, "Now your brother."
Now from my village you come from. Then he said that, look, that they are not going to negotiate with. And somebody said, can you come out and say I was the leader of this?
I am the leader.
I'm the leader of this agitation, and they couldn't. So they actually were looking for those who are leading this protest, but nobody came up. So
that is why
and the issue remains that until we form this coalition where people will now throw up themselves to be okay. We are the leaders of this.
Ziggy. In the history of protests or public demonstrations in this country, people have always come forward to be identified with it because they have genuine intentions.
Genuine motives.
Yes, don't forget, before this protest kicked off, the Department of State Services informed Nigerians that this protest had violent undertone. That is why the organizers are staying in hiding. And even when the Nigerian police also made the same statement to alert Nigerians. And even when the Inspector General of Police called a meeting to dialogue with them to have their itinerary so that they can provide them security, the Inspector General of Police said they sent their lawyers. Until this moment.
What is wrong with sending
No, I'm not calling. I said the Inspector General of Police. Yes, I'm not saying that is wrong. But what we are saying is that the Inspector General of Police said my invitation to the leaders or the organizers still stands.
What did the Inspector General of Police discuss with their lawyers, and what did he discuss with them?
Well, I'm not their lawyer. So maybe you need to go and ask their lawyer if you need that information.
About last week, Wike was still saying that he was ready to allow people to use
what the Inspector General of Police discussed with their what the Inspector General of Police discussed with their lawyers, the Inspector General of Police did not tell us.
And yet he said
their lawyers is, even one of their lawyers has been disowned because he advised that they should make it a one day. They said they should go that
they should go and sleep.
They said they don't even recognize him.
So one thing I have to add to this
that's why when you represent
faceless and unknown.
No, you are not. I won't say faceless. When you represent a group, be sure that you are representing them, because he who do it. But what? Sorry, you wanted to say something?
Yes, I wanted to say people must learn, and for those who are future protesters and those who are even protesting
veterans
now,
protesters.
Yes, must there's a lot to learn from 2012 protest or Jota protest. And I keep telling this young guy, I said, look, the arrangement, the organizing committee, everything about that protest, it was fantastic. There were no faces. They had an office. They had an office. Then Save Nigeria Group had their office at the KWRA. Go there 24 hours. There were people there to attend to you. Then they had leadership, even on the field. You had the Wole Soyinka, you had Tunde Bakare, you had this.
These ones have come out to say, yes, we are the ones organizing protests. We are not hiding.
No, but what government is saying, come and let's speak. Nobody is showing up.
Liberal,
Some of them are seems to be speaking from
At the
US.
beginning of this
So
program,
are we
at
to
the beginning of this
are we to say
Ukayos, at the beginning of this program,
Yeah.
we talked about trust in our system.
Yeah.
Yes.
Lack of trust. A situation where a policeman
it's a mutual mistrust.
Yes, mistrust. There's a
You
mutual
don't trust me, I not trust you.
People don't trust police.
No, but
Let me tell you this.
And police don't trust them.
Yes, police don't trust you.
so
Don't trust police.
then
The
what
police-
is the essence
the police had
of
not
organizing a protest
Yeah.
that you won't be brave enough, you won't be courageous
Which is
enough
why-
to present yourself as the leader.
Buffy, which is why, as a president,
People have done it before.
Wait, Buffy. Which is why, as a president, now that Ziggy has begged you to talk to us, I had expected a step further to also say, I hereby set up a committee to show that look, let's push the ball back.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
To the court of the protesters. The IGP of police, DG DSS, this senator here, Murphy Abadoni there,
Nelson
Kujimi here, and all of this committee. Anytime they are ready,
If you are ready, meet with this person. This is a representative of government. This is a committee set up purposely for this.
Show truly
Yes.
that we want to talk.
Yeah, that's
so
the
this
point.
is not just about police.
That's
to
the
bridge
point.
That trust.
No, that's the
but that's
point.
not there. So how do you expect me? A client of mine was invited by the police for a matter that another police had dealt with, and you're just telling me, come. Don't worry, to tell you that we are ready. When you are coming, bring somebody to take him on bail to show that we'll give you bail. Is it every matter that must bring somebody to take on bail?
No.
Can't you just interrogate somebody without releasing?
And say
him?
go.
Can't you say,
The investigation continues.
Considering that some infractions are not bailable.
Of course, yes. Of course, yes.
It depends on how you define those infractions. Because you can get there now and they say that your process is a felony.
If your client was responsible for somebody being felled and the guy died.
No, this matter is the matter I'm talking about is purely a civil matter. Purely a civil matter. So and also we also know that in this crime, the crime is defined by the man who is investigating it.
Yes, so you can choose to make it a civil matter or a criminal matter.
Choose to make it a civil matter or a criminal matter. I am still battling one now.
Yes.
To area commander in Elemoro. We are still waiting for approval for a matter that ordinarily purely is criminal. So they chose when to make it civil or when to make it criminal. And so there's a breach of trust. And now somebody is saying, all of them should be arrested. But meanwhile, we also need to investigate what led to people even thinking about protesting. So all of these are issues that the government should be able to accommodate.
Yeah.
Of course.
And once you accommodate consistently, that bridge of trust would have been built. And subsequently, when you raise such issue and say, we want to negotiate, some persons will already come out and say, yes, I saw some posts by some of our friends, I don't want to mention their names, who are already setting up NGOs and calling on government to negotiate with them.
Do you even know what somebody said yesterday?
These are people who take opportunities of events like this to go and stand in front.
Liberals.
We are in, what do you call it, the Sovereign National Dialogue. I made money from it.
Liberal, yesterday, we got one guy, a group of guys in my area, and,
Who are we? Because when you say
my friends and my friends.
Whenever you say we, I go want to know who are these we.
My friends and myself in my area. We knew some people as perennial protesters, and I saw them on the way. They were perpetual and perennial, habitual. They were coming, and I said, when I not go this year on, they said they said they think say as they share food for NSAS the other time, they don't share anything. But say nobody don't die for nothing. And it was an opportunity for so many to leave their home and go and eat. Yes, because they felt it's gonna be like 2020 NSAS protest where they were 2020. So they were sharing. And you know what? Yesterday we watched and see where policemen, because we heard that those waters were supplied by police officers. Okay, and somebody said after this thing towards evening, he said that because he did not collect water, that water didn't go round. to everyone. He said, I'm not coming here again, I beg. Since I never put anything for my belly.
Hold on. Gentlemen, I'm asking the House, do you think these protests will achieve anything?
It has achieved. No. Let's not.
It has achieved.
It has achieved.
If you ask me,
It has achieved. It has achieved. Yes.
If we talk
It
one
has
by one,
achieved.
you
Protest
go.
has achieved.
Okay, let me come this way.
Let me start.
Let me tell
Hold
you.
on.
You've
Let,
had-
no,
Am I
hold
just
on.
conclude that?
Allow him.
Look at
The one that talked,
Let's hear name.
that
Let's
forced
hear.
president to talk. Let us also talk.
See,
Liberals, I beg,
even
please.
before the protest started, it has achieved the popularity and the publicity intended to have. Because before then,
So in your estimation, he achieved publicity.
no publicity of getting the ear of the government.
But
the ear of the government
I'm listening
first.
to you.
Yes, ear of the government.
You don't get publicity.
The publicity is it has been announced and everybody had got it. And the president knew. He said it this morning that he knew about the protest.
Thank you. Of course, he would have been privy to it.
Good. So
the information
if they're not
was.
start, if I not see now, if I not hear.
Murphy, how do you weigh in here?
3 days or thereabouts to the protest, I wrote a post on my social media handle advising the protesters that if you ask me, I'll say the protest has started yielding results even ahead of the commencement date. Because one, you have passed your message across to the government. The government has listened to you. The president particularly has listened and has acknowledged through his spokespersons and through his actions that yes, there's hunger in the town as a result of certain government policies. When you have a president that listens and that has also responded, yes, these policies has caused some hardship, but we are working towards resolving this hardship. When you have a president who went further to begin to consult traditional rulers to go and speak to their people, when you have a president who has released his ministers to go and start talking to Nigerians, what more could you have asked? What is the essence of prayer is to get attention of the government, ask the government, make your demands and see government attend to those demands, which was what the protest started achieving before the date.
Nelson.
So it has the result positive.
As much as I congratulate those who went out there peacefully with genuine intentions of expressing themselves how they feel about the situation of the country, I must condemn in strong terms those who went there with the mission of perpetuating violence that resulted
and looting,
that resulted in killing, looting, burning, and vandalization of public and private properties, and even those that attempted to storm the government house in Kano. That was no longer a protest; it was a riot.
By the way, and going to the home of a former president.
Maybe they went to the home of the former president and they want to. At least I know they just went there. They couldn't have done anything to the home of the former president because the former president, by all ramification, is a leader and an elder in that community. So if the people have gone there to say, "Oh, we have come here to inform you that this is what we want to do," I don't say any. So long as they are not there to cause any havoc.
If they have not gone there to cause havoc.
I'm home and dry with it. I don't have any problem.
A home of a former president is an open place.
He's an open place. He's our leader. We'll go there anytime.
It's like
for me, I think the protest.
So otherwise, you can go to Obasanjo's house anytime.
No, I'm a Yoruba man. I will never go to Obasanjo, so God forbid.
But Obasanjo is a former president.
And a Yoruba man too.
And that is for those who I don't recognize Obasanjo now. God forbid.
No.
I don't.
Nelson, you won't start your protest here, no?
No, you know my position. It's not my position about. It's not my position about Obasanjo now.
I don't know. Okay.
I have Obasanjo as a legal counsel who has even begged me.
I don't
said I don't ever want to meet that man.
I don't withdraw.
Because everything I've read about him,
it's your right.
Is anti-human being.
Jones deliberately caused this problem for ever throwing that question at you.
I can go to any other former leader's home.
In fact, you could go to Daura, but not
God forbid.
You have the right to protest.
Yes.
It's your right.
I have the right to recognize who my leader is.
Yes. And the right to visit whoever you please.
Yes, it's my right. So for me, the protest has not achieved.
What is what it was intended to?
The protest has achieved. The protest achieved the aim of the organizers, which is to unleash violence that we saw in Kano, Yobe, Kaduna, and Borno. Yes, it achieved that, and for me, that is sad. And that was why I commended those, because I saw some persons who went there, who were saying their minds based on their level of understanding. And when you look at that protest, you saw an avalanche of demands, and you are like, which one be this one? One we have 12 demands, another one we have.
Who is asking for what?
That means there's no uniformity.
That is where we talk about not having a leadership.
So when people say the president should have addressed the demand, I say, which of the demands? Because I know there were about 5 or 7 demands from different groups. Unlike the 2012, where all of us, all our demands, we place it under one umbrella. And there was a structure to talk to those demands. And that was why, even when the protest was aborted, the government still met with our leadership, who were invited to Abuja.
Labour was invited. It was only Professor Fasha.
Don't forget that Pastor Tunde Bakari also went. You remember?
In the hotel where Labour
well, I don't know about that. I don't want to go into details. That is for you. That is for you to divulge me. That is none of. I won't go there. So the essence of people being hungry, the essence of the hard economic times that we are in, is something that Mr. President has spoken about repeatedly. Even he spoke directly, he has spoken through his ministers, and the man continues to tell you, Nigerians, I understand your pain, I can feel it, but I will not relent. And I tell people that the president of any country is just one man. It's not God. So when the president is telling you about his plans that is already put in place and those that is coming up on board, I think we deserve the right to be patient with him.
I agree with you absolutely.
I'm
but
not
even at the risk of not sounding like I'm speaking on behalf of the protesters. The protesters have listened to this a lot from the president, but they're also saying that, yes, sir, we have heard you. You are making effort, but we want to also see you subsidize yourself the same way you are asking Nigerians to be patient.
Is that one of the demands?
Sorry. Yes, so they are saying that you cannot be asking us to bear with your hunger.
To tighten belt.
Yes, why they are spending billions to renovate the vice presidential
I didn't even see
why they are spending millions of dollars to buy presidential jets. These are the issues the people are looking at. Why the government officials are living large. Sorry, bro. How much did we spend to buy SUV for senators? These are the only issues that the protesters are looking at, the masses are looking at. There are other in the town. Is it?
Which of the protesters? The ones that turned
the Nigerian protesters. Don't take me there. Don't take me to the once there's a protest, there will be the hoodlums. But I'm not talking about the hoodlums now. I'm talking about the genuine protesters. The genuine.
Murphy, is an insult to call any Nigerian a hoodlum. How do you define a hoodlum? Is a hoodlum the name of the person?
The defender of Nigeria.
Hold on.
Okay.
Genuine protesters that they hold ID cards.
Nelson, those who boggle warehouses. Those are the hoodlums I'm talking about. Those who boggle supermarkets. People boggle shop rights.
You asked the question at the beginning of the program. Was the anti-SAP riot avoidable?
Yeah.
I said,
it
yes,
was avoidable.
What was the reason why it was avoidable? Government said tighten your bet.
Yes.
The government bet was expected.
That was the word I was looking for to borrow. That tightening and you're not tightening.
He asked me.
I was looking for that word.
Citizen Jones asked me a question,
Go on. I will come to that point.
So, like I said,
and hope next you're not just waiting to punch out.
Wait now,
Murphy. So are you protesting here?
No.
So calm down now. Calm down.
I want to protest.
So the question is,
at least you don't belleful.
No. I never eat. Wallahi, I never talk.
Now hunger make you the talk like
yes.
So go feed when them come back.
So the question is, did the protests achieve anything?
Yes.
And at the beginning, at the initial, we agreed that a lot of people came out to protest for various reasons. You can't say, unlike the 2012, where they were subsumed under one umbrella, But this one, there were so many people. There were some who were protesting that Nnamdi Kanu should be released.
Yes.
There were some who told them they are protesting against the protesters for protesting. While some are just saying, you know what, this time we want to loot from government.
Yes.
Some were saying, okay, if we create the mayhem, then there will be destructions of lives and property. For various reasons, a lot of people achieved their aim of protesting. So if you look at it from that point of view, I'll say, yes, everybody achieved their aim. Those that wanted mayhem, they saw mayhem. Police that wanted to use the opportunity. But another thing is that government also now has seen that the people have the capacity.
Exactly.
Good.
These issues are not taking
Okay, then.
That's
Okay.
it.
capacity
All right.
to create, unrest.
All right, gentlemen.
That you will give them anything they want.
Let's create
And
another.
quickly, I think we should. The next thing should be let them take this energy and build it to participate in the forthcoming local government elections across.
All right.
so many states.
Okay. Gentlemen, the second issue we are broaching is this. President Bola Tinubu addressed the nation on Sunday, that's today, August 4, amidst a wave of protests that have spread across Nigeria. The nationwide protests, which began on Thursday, August 1st, were sparked by widespread hardship experienced by citizens. Now, 10 particular issues were raised by the president. Let's take on them one after the other. He called us my brothers and sisters. Okay? The president is pained by the loss of lives and offers condolences to families affected, as well as the destruction of public facilities and property in several states, stressing the setback this causes for the country. Yeah. Nelson, you talked about it. If the protesters were of one accord, that thing would have made more meaning,
But the organizers were faceless and unknown now. So they had the DSS are, the DSS is a security agency, the secret security agency of the Nigerian state.
Yeah.
And they had warned that from their own investigation and intelligence that these people have sinister motive. That is not about that the organizers were only trying to use the economic situation to
make
exploit
a political capital.
It was purely political.
All right.
The president was addressing faceless people.
Okay.
The president addressed Nigerians. He wasn't addressing protesters. If you are protesting,
faceless people.
The president nationwide broadcast. What is it?
Listen now. Listen
to Nigerians.
Please. Tinubu urged protesters and organizers to suspend further protest and engage in dialogue, emphasizing the need for unity and cooperation across all divides to reshape the nation's destiny. His words: I hereby enjoin protesters and the organizers to further protest, to create room for dialogue, which I have always acceded to at the slightest opportunity.
So dialogue with who?
Yeah.
My governor dialogue. I was in a meeting with the governor. I was in a meeting with my local government chairman. Is that not that?
Laborers, hold on. These are the words of the president.
Mr. President.
I'm quoting him verbatim. So it means if the protesters have a leader or leaders, they should come forward. He's ready to talk with them.
And you are still reading on?
Yeah.
Yeah, but the challenge I have with that is
with what?
You say, okay, the leaders should come forth for dialogue. The government really need to dialogue with all of us, not just protesters.
No.
Twofold now.
So the protesters, they headless. They don't get.
No, let's take.
They don't get leaders.
Now wait, Citizen Jones. I'll get to the protesters. You are talking about dialogue. You took that point now, and I said the government first and foremost need to dialogue with all of us. All of us.
No. The president cannot speak. Hold on. The president cannot speak to every of the 200 million Nigerians.
No. Somebody spoke
through
to us
a
this
broadcast.
Through a broadcast.
I'm breaking what he said into compartments.
I understand you. I'm a student of English too. What I'm saying is,
Tinubu defended
there should be a consistent.
Hold on. Tinubu defended his decision to remove fuel subsidies and abolition of
Don't
multiple.
jump to another one when I never answered the first one. The first one I'm saying is, first and foremost, the president, apart from this nationwide broadcast, the president need to consistently have interactions with Nigerians.
Yeah.
Liberals,
Not until people
except
say-
that we are a parlor,
Yes,
and
that's
they are
what-
mates here.
Yes.
So are you speaking for them?
No, this is my opinion now.
So allow me also have my.
I never talk. You ask a question, I never even answer. You jump to the next one.
I never ask question. Are they compartmentalized
Oh,
within the president? I beg.
So he said that was
Okay.
not a question.
Okay, was it-
Please, I beg.
Okay,
He,
this is not
he
a question.
defended. Hold on. He defended his decision to remove fuel subsidy and abolition of multiple foreign exchange systems to address economic mismanagement. His words: "For decades, our economy has remained anemic. Our dear country, Nigeria, reached a point where we couldn't afford to continue the use of temporary solutions to long-term problems. Temporary solutions to long-term problems."
You see, I listened to
Is that a
the
question? Oh, you are saying-
I listened to the president. I also took my time to go through his speech. A wonderful speech as usual, like we have always had. We have beautiful speech writers. But I think at this point, in all honesty, we want to see actions. Nigerians want to see things begin to happen. Because all the while, when we're talking about the protesters, we didn't even talk about the cause of the protest at all, which is the hunger in town, the hardship, which was the reason why the protest was earlier tagged "End Bad
The
Government."
protest also caused hunger. You remember?
You say?
The protest also caused
We'll
hunger.
get there. We'll get there. Let us just try to expand these issues
money
a
they
little.
find money.
We should just expand it a little. There is hunger in town, and hence people
In the
decide
land,
to cry
not
out.
just in town.
Yeah, in town.
Because
Is
village
it a
By
person?
large.
Is hunger a person?
So what we're trying to say is that yes, one fact is that
Yes,
we
so why
have
don't-
we have a president that listens. It's obvious it's the listening one. But Nigeria want to see a president that is going to make policies that will yield those results that will reflect in the life of the ordinary people on the street. Enough for beautiful speeches. It's a listening. He has listened enough. We want to see actions. That is once.
So it means say in ear don't fool.
For instance, the government, the federal government just said they're going to make rice available for 40,000 per bag.
It is. It didn't say
that is a
today,
beautiful
oh.
speech.
No, be today. Oh.
No, that is a beautiful speech. You know, that is a beautiful speech.
Culture of
But
palliative.
but Nigerians, in fact, that is one of the biggest doom of both the last administration and this administration. Palliative. I kicked against it from day one. It doesn't work. Rather, let's make policies that will enable the man to purchase rice on his own. Don't dash rice to the man. If you make policies and the economy becomes better, the man will walk into the market and buy rice. So I'm saying that Nigerians want to see those actions of government that will reflect in their daily life. It's as simple as that.
Okay. Somebody said that why BYO, that's a former VP, went to the market for those social intervention funds was because palliatives has always been a cash cow to so many. It is a pipe through which so many get themselves enriched. And do you know what? Many of us had thought that when this government is bettered, they will not tow that route again.
Exactly.
That what?
That route. I know.
Caller, when you say route, and
I say route.
Pronounce it as if I said it
You know,
word.
I dodged it. I dodged
Gala
it.
word.
He dodged bullets.
I dodged blood. I know he was listening.
But Jones is fond
I'm
of
coming,
looking for
sir.
trouble where
I'm
there
coming,
is
sir.
none.
I don't
Don't come
understand.
here, please. Don't
I
come
don't
You
here.
cannot be an English teacher and then
You know.
using wrong
But
English.
you know that he's dealing with an Igala man. And
So they dodged the bullet. They didn't go that route again, and that now this government, when they came on board,
Jones didn't
they
correct
should
that.
have learned that look, this
Government.
area didn't favor the former administration. Let's take another route. They did not, and now intervention so far that this government had bettered has not actually reached the people. In fact, the
not
what is it
working.
called? The students' loan, NELT funds,
The loans they have begun disbursing.
The number of people that is targeted.
They begun.
And Zizi Jones, let me even tell you something.
Ziggy, they don't begin.
They don't start. They don't start. Yes, sir.
So, but don't give me the impression they never start.
They don't start. But let me tell you,
please.
If you look at if you come to the country, if you come to the country of
for your
Nigeria,
family,
this country, look, all of us are needy people. Nobody here seated that is not needed. Depends the level of need. When the intervention, the social intervention, one of the intervention policies they had was that they are going to reach the poorest of the poor. How do they reach them? Have they got the money till tomorrow? Has it been distributed?
Ziggy,
I'm telling you,
there are some people waiting now. Hold on, Ziggy. Wait, Ziggy. When they say they will reach the poor, hold on, Ziggy.
I'm still talking now.
Okay.
You don't break my this thing.
Sorry, go on.
Break your this thing.
You don't.
When
Ziggy, now make
no. Hold on. Are you protesting here?
I don't chop now. I know if you.
Are you protesting here?
I don't chop. I know they protest.
I'm reacting to
they don't
what
chop.
the president.
They make president talk.
Citizen Jones.
Yes, he had our
the register we are talking about that is being used or that was used.
Do they have register?
Hold on now. Let me. You know this. I'm sure the parlor show is for enlightenment and education of our listeners.
Yes, but
we are not because I won't leave my house on a Sunday before maybe by 2 to come here at 3 and be wasting my time. I'm a serious person.
But
the register was partly collated from the World Bank register because World Bank has a lot of interventionist programs in Nigeria, and there are parameters for determining.
Spokesperson.
You say you are free to say that, and I'm divulging information that I know that is in the public space in case there are some persons who don't have opportunity to do that. The register is in the public space. What the government is doing is that register that was obtained from the World Bank with the register that they also have been able to create is now used to disburse that fund to the needy. Nobody will come here and tell you that money or that facility will go around every needy person. It depends on the category they are looking for, and there are parameters for measure.
The poorest of the poor.
How many?
Does it take a different name, or you want to baptize it?
Okay, what is the poorest of the poor?
Hold on.
Define it.
Hold on, gentlemen. Just a minute. Hear this. On the 11th of was it the 11th? The 11th of July, the Supreme Court pronouncement came. Financial autonomy to local governments.
Yeah.
If local governments begin to receive more money, don't you think it will percolate this?
Oh, sure. Exactly.
Except local government chairman. Because also consider, Ziggy, that local government chairmen don't have the immunity that governors have.
Of course.
Yeah.
So any local government chairman we won't mess around.
They will catch him.
Quickly, just 1 second. Just to buttress the point that Nelson tried to make very quickly. You see, that Buhari's administration's 5,000 naira
conditional cash transfer
to the poorest of the poor. That some persons that didn't get.
Hold on. Did that come from government?
Of course, one word that I came from the government.
Did it? Which government? Federal, state, local?
Jones, I don't know why you are like this today.
Maybe
from the federal government. From the federal government. But that is not even my point. My point is that some persons they didn't get it doesn't mean that program they didn't hold. My grievance with such program is that they didn't solve any problem. There was the one Professor Yomi Oshibanjo was going from market to market to give people directly in their hands. But it didn't solve that.
That was symbolic.
No, what I'm saying
What Osinbajo did was symbolic. It wasn't that he was the one distributing it. You know, he flagged it off.
What I'm trying to say that there was exchange of money. What I'm trying to say next, that there was exchange of money. So nobody can say that the money didn't exchange. But it didn't solve the problem. That is my point.
The last government.
It didn't solve the problem. So this government is emulating some of those programs.
And did you know?
That's my point. Otherwise, I know the school feeding program worked. I mean, it was a program.
Abadoni.
Yes, sir.
Murphy. You know, if our memory serves us all right, you recollect that former President Muhammadu Buhari was to take a loan from the World Bank for this vulnerable. Yes. And you know, before he left, the process for obtaining that loan had begun. Just a minute. And you know, under international,
you say government spokesman.
Whatever you like.
This information,
the process had begun, and that loan that was sourced from the World Bank is with a proviso. This is what it is going to be used for. So if a new government comes on board, it has no right to divert that money to another thing, or else it will not become,
for me, it shouldn't even be.
Nelson, that's not the point we are making here is that it did not reach to the targeted people.
Wait.
That's my own.
Sorry, where the problem is,
if you say you no get them, say talk them here.
The poorest of the poor. I may need the people. I don't get papa and mama.
Our challenge.
I know this, sir.
Me, I no get papa and mama.
No, you no get papa and mama be poorest of the poor. Our challenge really, first and foremost, how many are we as a country? How many are we? Because when we are talking about intervention, we must know the numbers.
Yeah.
How many are we as a country? It is high time.
When was the last population taken?
It is high time.
Over 12 years ago.
It is high time we also
know for 10 years.
The numbers that we are. Let's understand from there. So that even when we're talking about local government autonomy, and we know the number of people in those local governments. We also need to know the number of people in these states.
Oh, sure.
And to support you, Ukayons, until we truly take governance to the local level, because all problems are local. So the solution needs to be local. Until we take solutions to these problems, insecurity, hunger, lack of governance, lack of infrastructure, until we take it to the local, we will never find a solution.
Not local.
Local. So this idea of saying we have removed subsidy, we have done this, we operate, to drive this home, you have a large party of 1,000 people and you have one service point.
Hold on.
Everybody with
just a minute.
That service point. You need to decentralize your service.
This is another of the things Mr. President said. In the past 14 months, government revenues have more than doubled, hitting over 9.1 trillion naira in the first half of 2024.
Has doubled.
Compared to, please, I'm reading. I don't know where you got that from.
To leave.
Please don't.
To leave.
Let me.
Don't.
My wife to feed me.
If you won't go protest.
No. My wife.
So hear this one. Essentially, Mr. President is saying more money has come to states.
Good.
As we sit here.
To federal government.
So we are used to this thing. Anything will happen in a village in my state. It is president. It is Abuja.
And this is the problem we're having.
Ziggy, and the president is telling us that. By the way, do you know that states have gotten more money than they used to get?
Okay, let me give you the statistic.
No. Do you know?
Yes, sir. I know. So, and that's what I'm about to say.
So, what you want?
What I want to say now is say, look,
the money never reach you.
It not be me go reach. The people who reach, they don't even give us. They don't give us. I know they even expect again.
Federal or your state.
Subnationals no get any.
Subnationals.
States.
I had talk so.
State governors have collected over 570 billion. The people they lead, the state locals, they've not got this. And some of this money we are talking about, reasons they were released was to reach those at the rung of lower ladders. Who are these grass?
Those are the lower rung.
Yeah, those are the lower rung of the ladder. They don't see the money. They no see them.
You pronounce that word well again.
So now they look
If I say
at.
make una pay, come for lecture.
Listen,
You go
you
say
don't want to
government
pay.
never release.
Never release.
No,
funds.
when I said the money never reach us, we be needy people. We don't
Who
need
be
that.
we?
Now we.
Which way? Not with this one here.
Okay, but you say you don't give papa mama now.
Yeah, I'm fatherless and motherless.
You are not orphan.
Like you.
You are an orphan, sir. We are an
I-
orphan.
I don't complain
We are
to you.
orphans, sir.
Are you an orphan?
But now you complain.
Are
just
you
now say
an orphan?
Your wife never give you food. You forgo.
Me?
Today you
He
say
didn't
you
say
go-
that. He said your wife don't give her food.
Today as they don't
True,
feed you finish, you say tomorrow
The
you go
hunger
go.
don't they worry you. Yeah.
So the issue here is until the governors, whom or we've known now as
Check your time.
they are not actually dishing out the governance for which some of these things we are giving to.
It's 4:30. That's for the listener. Go on.
So the governors had the issue here because the president has said in his this thing today, he's not telling us the new thing. We've heard it already that some of these monies given to governor are meant for those in their localities. They are not getting it. Thank to goodness, we have a local autonomy, local government autonomy now. Let's see how the money trickles down to those who the money is meant for. Okay, now the bag of rice, how many truckloads of rice goes to so many states? Now they've not got it. Now we heard Murphy just mentioned.
No. Your state never get them.
He get them. The governor saying
No. Your state never get them.
I don't know because me I don't collect.
Speak for
Me I
my
don't
state.
collect. Oh.
Don't
You
speak
know the
for
thing
I
my
don't know
state.
if my state collects. I don't know if the governor collects, but I don't see.
Murphy,
I don't see.
tell them where then the protest making you direct.
So now, 40,000 naira
Tell
we
him,
had
tell
a
him.
bag of rice. It was not the same bag of rice sent to state governors at the in Edo.
By the way, hold on.
Place.
The
Edo,
rice, hold on. Rice sent to states, not 25 kilogram bags.
they don't even see them.
Please,
The people don't see them.
your people.
The people where they
Which
send the
people? Are you speaking for my people?
Ziggy, which people? You are talking about
my
36
people know
states.
that.
You are talking about 36
so many
states.
states no see them.
Which states?
No,
so
you have
many
no
sta-
right to speak for my state.
Me, my state no see, and
Uh-huh,
so many
don't-
states
don't-
I know. Even Edo, we watch where they were going to their warehouse where it was
Leboros
busted.
is Edo.
Leboros said they no see, and we
what
talking.
of Nelson's Ondo?
Ondo, they no see.
I go Ondo na Lagos.
They no see. Lagos home.
Na
I don't
Lagos I
know.
dey.
So please.
I don't know it's in
But you see,
Enough of all
Jones,
this,
beyond all that, it's not even.
All this.
These governors are not elected to share truckload of rice. Those are some of the issues that we have, and while we try to tackle one issue, we create 100 more issues. How
Trying
can
to solve one
how
problem,
can a state
we
governor
create 100 problems.
be relegated to receiving rice and mission? No, it's just because we have messed ourselves up.
Beans no dey there.
You know, we have messed ourselves. What is rice sharing? The federal government is going to release truckload of rice to a governor that is even like a president of his own state, a governor that almost has the equal of that power that the president has in Abuja, a governor that receives billions as allocations every month.
Nelson,
That could even transform his own state if he so wishes.
Thank you, Murphy. Nelson, I won't say this because you are sitting next to me. That's for the benefit of the listener. Federal government no get farm every anywhere.
Yeah, of course.
But I know that state governments get farms.
Because
and they-
under the law, now they
They don't get farm, they get land.
So what I'm saying is, if all the governors of the 5 states,
Decide to go into
five of
agriculture.
all of us, we there with the money we don't come to them,
Thank
decide
you.
to go into an aggressive agricultural revolution, we won't be here in 3, 4, 5 years.
Absolutely.
We won't be
Yes,
here.
we won't be talking about sharing rice. And I keep saying that if you make the economy better, if the economy of Nigeria becomes good and my personal economy becomes better, more than 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 persons could benefit more than 5,000 each from my own personal economy.
So
Rather than wait for government intervention,
Okay,
that
so
will give them 5,000 naira monthly.
I am to understand that you are a charitable person.
I don't necessarily have to be Jones. If my economy becomes better,
No.
it means that
Murphy,
those around me.
it does not follow.
It follows.
No be everybody they charitable.
No, beyond that, I said beyond being charitable or not.
A heart of charity is what the Christ came to preach.
Jones, why?
You get much and you know fit.
Let me just do it this way so that you understand. If my economy becomes better, apart from charity, the man, my dry cleaner will enjoy more. My laundry man. You understand?
You go pack your neighbor cloth, go give him.
Then no. Then the man who sells foodstuffs to me will enjoy, because it means I will have more money to buy more. That is just what I mean. Beyond those, you are going to do charity. Those who are going to dash money for doing nothing. There are those who render out services to you one way or the other. They smile. When your personal economy is boosted. That is what I mean.
The other day, my wife complained eggs. They're not big, but each egg about 200 naira.
Yes.
Good. Now I ask her, I said, we know they feed fowl well now. Man never chop belly full. Fowl go belly full.
You know.
So if fowl no belly full, how you go
I want to take healthy egg or big egg.
It's a serious.
It is good for the fowl. It is good for the fowl because when the egg is too big, you know.
Then go
like your head.
You punish
like your head,
like
your head.
If it's too big, you punish the fowl.
Actually,
so let the egg be moderate.
Otherwise, if your dog, they say if your dog begin back,
yes,
Ziggy, they say if your dog begin back at you, you must
take him because
you
don't get another.
Neighbor don't defeat them. Means you must settle the dog.
Of course,
it happens.
So we need to settle dogs with the back at us.
Actually,
our dogs.
They say if you take care of your wife well, they will give you another one. So
that's strong.
Where is that coming from?
Libras.
You want another wife?
If you take care of your wife well, they're supposed to give you another one. It's a man that knows how to take care of wife.
Well, I think that makes some sense. If you after a person do well, not be promoted, that they promote them.
Exactly. So if you govern where you go for.
I'm a Yoruba man, and
people are backing at you. You need to settle the people.
Libros, I'm a Yoruba man, and in Yoruba land we have this saying that.
King Yoruba man, we not know before.
Wait now, say Orisha King Peme Jobini Osi. No matter how you must have treated a woman very well, for a woman to have a companion or a competitor is not something they find funny.
No, a companion and competitor. For this in your own language, that's in my own language. The way they say it is different.
Okay.
They say when you treat a woman very well.
Say I'm in your language.
Supposed get
another one.
You're supposed to get another one.
Buy one, get one free.
But in getting another one, you're supposed to obey the leveled commandments. So that is to buttress what your people say. But just that my people took it a step further.
Okay,
our people are very wise.
A listener, hold on. I have a listener here. Good afternoon. Welcome. The man done. Yeah, 0700 903 903 903. Hello, good afternoon.
Hello.
Good afternoon, Oga.
Hello. Good afternoon, sir.
Time.
Yeah. Okay, Simon, calling back from Abuja. So I want to take away home here, apart from Nelson. Everybody agreed that you cannot be feeding fat and tell the people to be patient. And everybody agree that we can give them chance. But you cannot tell me that we should be patient and you are feeding fat, spending money on irrelevant things. I don't know what that man is saying in the studio. We agree that
which man is this? Which man?
Nelson Ekujimi.
Are you quarreling with Nelson?
Yes, I'm calling with him.
No, you have no right.
But he said, look at what he's saying. He said that the people have no right to protest.
Can you imagine?
The fact that the people should have
then you are listening to it. You are listening to a different. You are listening to a different. Thank you. You are no. He didn't say, Oga, I'm here. Please don't. I don't give room to such things. By the way, whatever happens here is recorded. There's a hard drive that.
Yes.
So if the worst comes, we can go back.
He started by saying that people have the right to protest.
When citizens just always admonish us, which is even what people like us take home, that you should do everything with an open mind. When you have an open mind, you receive. But when you have a jaundiced mind, even what the person did not intend, you help him intend it.
If you no like person, even to greet yourself, na wahala.
Of course. Na abuse.
Yeah. Hello, good afternoon. Welcome. Are you there?
Hello? Hello?
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Mr. Jones.
Yeah.
Yeah, good afternoon to the guest in the panel.
You have 60 seconds, beginning now.
Yes, my name is Mr. Oscar. I've been calling you for about...
Go on, you are here now. You are here now.
Yeah. Sorry.
What is the other man say accusing Mr. Nete Kudini? He did not say, so everybody is listening to this panel show every Sunday. I listen. If other person are not listening, he never said so. The people should not be biased and accuse another person for what he never said. What I see in the presidential speech this morning is just one thing: good governance. Let the people see that whatever he spoke about, quickly, practically practice, and let it resonate, familiar with the people in the grassroots. Somebody said the poorest of the poor. Truly, that template was for the poorest of the poor. How do we identify the poorest of the poor? It's by giving people opportunities to earn. Then you increase that and you write the pay tax.
Thank you. 60 seconds are up. Thank you. Yeah. The line is open, 0700 903 903 903. Hello, good afternoon.
Hello, good evening.
Welcome.
This is Bright. I'm calling from Songota.
Yeah, 60 seconds.
Okay, as regards the funding concerning states and local governments, I think the main problem is we have not earned enough. Look at what we are seeing in the last few months, the removal of subsidy and the income accruing to the state. It's still not enough. We need like 20 to 30% of that to build Nigeria. Then as regards expensive food, this is a lovely opportunity for Nigerians to go into farming. I don't see we having a conglomerate that is into farming, the way Dangote is into let's have Nigerians go into farming because they can make profit from it because of the high cost of food stuff. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Okay. Very well said.
Well,
the Yorubas would say "Sukumus Riramus" as we dey cry and so we dey look around. You know, because Murphy, Ziggy, Nelson, from my side, they say if your pikin die and you dey cry, you no go close eye. Make you open eye, know where you want cry enter.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That's serious.
What I want to say is that this issue of local government autonomy that we have looked at with regards to good governance is a critical issue that one expects those of us who live in the local areas to take seriously, because a lot of times we come here abusing the president, abusing our governors, forgetting or neglecting the fact that we have local government administration that is supposed to be closest to the people.
Nelson, not to say that we never knew that the local government chairmen were bereft of the things that should come to them. But now they are funded directly.
Yes, but even if they are funded directly, if we don't put our eyes on the ball, we'll be in the same situation. There will be no changes. You know.
But you remember, no local government chairman has the immunity the governor has.
Absolutely. But if, you know, we are talking about TFCC now, or ICPC. If your local government chairman or local government administration is suspected of financial irregularities, if there are no facts to substantiate it to the anti-corruption agencies,
it is not actionable. You can't.
Yes. Yeah. It's like when there's no complainant, there's no case. If the man says, I have used 40 million to build a particular road, and nobody is saying that road has been built before, with this road that existed before you came into office, or if the man has said, I've given the people in my local government 50 naira, I've given 2,500 people, and is able to produce maybe 100 out of that 2,005. If we don't query to know the real figure and to have a data of those who have collected it, the man will go free with the money. So we ourselves need to interrogate whatever government at all levels are doing.
So it's a two-way street.
Absolutely.
They say the
takes
leader, the follower.
Yes.
So leadership, followership.
Yes.
There's a corresponding followership
Yes.
that keeps the leadership
on its toes. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Let me take this call. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
If you remove this echo, you go there, good. Remove this echo because you can't listen to us and listen to yourself on air. That is what is causing.
Hello.
Welcome.
Nigeria is a good country. It's a good country. The problem we have in Nigeria is that most of the time, our people will be sentimental. Even when they knew the right thing to do, they will not do it. For instance, now, I was privileged to witness Second Republic. If you look at the governors then, none of them is rich today because they were starving the people. They have the fear of God. But this time around, there's no governor after 4 years or 8 years that is not a millionaire. Mm-hmm. Unlike those that Jakande, I remember when Jakande was the governor of Lagos State. Was he a rich man when he died? Because they serve the country and the state. Unlike this time, the thing now is that we are not holding our governors responsible for what they are doing. Instead, we support them.
Thank
and
you. Thank you. Thank you.
Anyway.
60 seconds. Thank you.
Mrs. Jones, in response to the last caller, I want to tell him that the leadership of any people reflects the people themselves. You are talking about the time of Jakande and so on. I remember a friend telling us that he went to school. He was schooling in a school that has both boarding and day students. Then a friend of his, who was a boarder, gave him a wristwatch to help him fix.
He took it home?
He took it home.
Wahala, kasala boss.
As the father see him, now slap. He say, in the see 360 degrees. Say the father say, how did you come about this wristwatch?
I didn't buy it.
I didn't buy it for you.
You want repair them. You be wristwatch repair.
Yeah.
The father come say, the boy will bring him. I won't know him because the boy no fit buy him. He mean say he thief him papa wristwatch for house. A friend of mine said when he started work, he took his official vehicle home unregistered, unbranded. Tiaroba. He say, as him pack him, where people they greet her, oh boy, you don't arrive. He say, papa sit down for one corner. He said, the papa no move. He said, when he don't greet everybody, when he go greet the papa say, young man, that car must not sleep in this house.
This compound, yes.
Not sleep in this compound.
Yes.
Because you can't afford it.
Because I'm afraid.
You can. I don't know where you.
Afraid is catching me.
Yes, now where is this coming
No,
Not be now.
No.
So when we are blaming our leaders, we call. The society was about intellectualism then. Now materialism.
I say it all the time. I say our leaders.
See your mates.
See your mates. Nobody cares how you get
from. They're not from the
moon.
moon.
They say Jakande. We say we behave like Jakande in our little corner.
Our leaders are part of us.
Are we behaving like Jakande in our little corner?
Today. Yesterday we're not in government.
We were not in government yet.
Young men and women that were in secondary schools, primary schools, and universities.
Murphy, make a talk the thing where perhaps he did tangential to what you talk. You know, with the ruminate over so many things. I was with my colleague Sonny Rabo yesterday, and I talked about music of those days because we talked about Onyeka. We knew Onyeka in out. Onyeka was our colleague. She was our colleague. So we said, I told Sonny, do you recall that songs by Onyeka, you can whistle along with them? But nowadays, which song you want whistle? If you start,
the song whistle no go carry on.
If you try to whistle, your picking go wonder whether you are okay.
Whether that is still there in order. So the society has really changed.
How you go whistle?
A lot of things have changed. Of course, change is not supposed to be a problem, but I think we should change for the positive. We should change for the good. But these days, we are changing for bad. Almost in all aspects of our life for citizens, all aspects of our life.
The people that
it's easier to come to studio and go to social media to blame leaders. So if you see what Nigerians do in their individual life,
citizens,
you see
these same people who abuse our leaders as thieves, as armed robbers, go and check on National Common Entrance Day.
That is it.
Our parents are lobbying to pay teachers to cheat for their children.
That is the society.
These are the same people that will come out and
by the same token, Nelson, I recall that the late great Professor Chinua Achebe wrote that monster book.
At 28 years.
28 years.
Yes.
Yeah.
And he was working at Radio Nigeria.
Can you imagine?
He got it published when he started work there.
Yes.
Yes.
And at that time, this gadgetry
was not available. Was not around.
So how did it is by intuition.
So we talk about the golden age, 1920s to 1940s, because in that belt you had all the Achebes, Wole Soyinkas, Gabriel Okaras, name them.
Yeah.
Citizen, like you always tell us, we arrived here by choice.
By choice. It is.
It is our own handwork that has brought us to where we are.
Yes. Yeah.
So we should stop scapegoating anybody.
No,
let us look in the mirror and tell ourselves the truth. How are you making Nigeria better in your own little corner?
Yes. I made a post and I said, from when my brain could carry me, when IBB
Ziggy, I beg, try close because we are
was in power, and the problem has always been very cyclical. This person comes, the person is not good. The president comes, is not good. This person comes, is not good. Seneko comes, is not good. Buhari comes, is not good. Tinubu. The problem is us.
Good?
Who come good? Who be the person who come good? So the problem is us.
The person went good, now the one went not.
I concluded that, look, as you conclude the winning you that they're no good, go at the front of a mirror. The person you see inside is the problem of the country. And that's where Michael Jackson said, the man in the mirror.
The man in the mirror,
yeah.
Yes, that is the problem of this country.
Citizen, in closing, I want to say clearly here that the issues that we have is one that calls for collective efforts. If we put aside, if we put aside our different tendencies and recognize that we have just one country,
got feelings.
Yes, I think Nigeria will be a better place, and I want to urge us all that we should, in our own small ways, see how we can help those in government, because those in government
they need help.
They don't have the monopoly of wisdom to solve all our problems. We can also help them by constructive engagement and not jaundiced one, which in a way will not do us all any good. Because if Nigeria becomes good tomorrow, we all be the partakers, and if it goes otherwise,
how do you close?
Well, it is very obvious that something is fundamentally wrong with our system. If you take your mind a little back, starting from 1999, it's not possible for one to conclude that starting from Obasanjo 1999, Yar'Adua, Jonathan, Buhari, and now Tinubu, that these all persons have not had any good intentions at all. It's not possible to jump into that conclusion. Absolutely. So I want to say that maybe the system we practice also makes our growth to be sluggish.
Okay, stunted.
For instance, a situation where you have, I keep saying this, where you have a bicameral system of government, a bicameral legislative system, having the Senate. I'm saying this for those who protest and for those who are intended. These are some of the issues that are also slowing us down. You have the Senate and the House of Rep doing exactly the same job and are earning very bogusly from our little earnings. Nigeria operates almost a mono economy. Almost a mono economy.
Yes,
so these are some of the issues. Yes, these are some of the issues that should bother you. Then for the fact too that subsidy has been removed and your governor now earn like ×3 of what he earns and there's nothing to show for it, this should bother you. I'm not saying you shouldn't bother Abuja, please do, but consider too that we have 3 tiers of government and there are so many things, so many of these problems that your governor could solve at state levels and will be better for it. Thank you.
All right, we are done, and I want to thank all of you folks for your time. See you on Sunday. Bye-bye now.